Hi, fourth graders. Last week we reviewed how to subtract when we had to regroup. Today we're going to review how to subtract when you have zeros in the number. So remember, when you have more below or more on the floor, you need to borrow 10 more from your neighbor. Let's look at this example. It says 400 minus 176. So you're going to look at the ones place. You have 0 and you want to take away 6. You can't do that, so you need to borrow from the tens place. But the tens place has 0. Okay? So you have to keep going over until you can borrow from one, and then we're going to work our way back. So let's look at some examples. First, I want you to pause the video, and I want you to get this page from your math pockets. I'll give you a minute. Okay. Let's look at the first problem and do it together. So as I do it, I would like you to do it also. Okay, we have 4,000 minus 1,374. If you notice, I have to take 0 minus 4. I can't do that because I have 0 to start with, so I need to go and I need to regroup. But my next number has 0 also. So I'm going to keep going until I can borrow, and watch what I do. I'm going to work myself back and borrow each time. I don't want to go all at one time. So I can borrow, when I couldn't borrow from the tens, I had to go to the hundreds. I couldn't borrow from there. So now I'm going to go to the thousands. I'm going to borrow 1 from there, and I regroup that 1,000 as 10 hundreds. Now I can borrow, the tens need some, so now the hundreds place has enough. So I'm going to borrow 1 from there, and that becomes a 9, and I regroup that as 10 hundreds, or 10 tens. So that 100s becomes 10 tens. Now my ones I can borrow from my tens because it has enough. So I'm going to cross that out, make that a 9, and I'm going to regroup it as 10 ones. Now I can subtract. So now I can say 10 minus 4 is 6. 9 minus 7 is 2. 9 minus 3 is 6. And 3 minus 1 is 2. Remember, I have to go all the way over and then work myself all the way back step by step. Let's do this next one together also. Remember, do it along with me. So I have 7,000 minus 5,613. I'm going to say 0 minus 3, I can't do. And so I need to borrow from next door. I can't do that. So I have to keep going over until I can start borrowing. So now I have a 7. I can borrow 1. I'm going to regroup that 1,000 I borrow as 10 hundreds. Now my tens can borrow from my hundreds. So I'm going to borrow 1 from my hundreds, regroup it as 10 tens. Now my ones can borrow. So I'm going to say, I'm going to borrow 1 from here, and this becomes a 10. So now I can do 10 minus 3 is 7. 9 minus 1 is 8. 9 minus 6 is 3. And 6 minus 5 is 1. Today I would like you to finish the rest of these problems. And then down below I would like you to solve these 2 word problems. Be sure to do your work either here or right here. Write the problem out and then solve. Remember to go step by step, just like I did. You have to go all the way over and then borrow all the way back. Each step one at a time.